Hey, it's Pastor Dan from Dexter Gospel Church with the Proverbs Practical. Thanks for watching. Today's proverb continues to look at why the virtuous woman is such a blessing to her husband. We're in Proverbs 31:12, and it tells us that she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. So the last verse looked at the effects of the ideal wife on her husband: emotional, mental, and financial peace and stability. She's trustworthy. Now we turn around and look directly at what she does. In the first place, she does him good all the way through her life. She's devoted to doing what's best for him. She's utterly averse to doing anything that might harm him. Her goal is his good. Now, this might seem a little uncomfortable to say in a feminist world. It's perfectly fine today to say that a man should put his wife first, that he should put her needs ahead of his needs, her desires above his desires, her reputation above his reputation. It's perfectly fine to say that he should never do anything that harms his wife, that he should do nothing but good for his wife. But to turn and say that the ideal woman will also put her husband ahead of herself is somehow perceived as enabling the patriarchy, demeaning women, and so on. But really, in Christ, are we ever supposed to put ourselves first? Man or woman, is that the great ideal that we live by? What's best for ourselves, what's good for us, or what's best and good for others? It's simply that for the virtuous woman, she has chosen one specific other to focus upon. And this wasn't just a wedding day declaration. It speaks of it being all the days of her life. It becomes a lifelong pursuit. She actively does good for him, and she never does harm to him, and she does this every day she lives. It's better or worse, richer or poorer, sickness and health, and bloom of youth and ravage of age. It's not just that she stays in the marriage, but that she actively works every single day to do good for her husband, and she is conscientious that she never does harm to him. This deliberate action is so important. We're too inclined to pat ourselves on the back just for sticking things through. And that's notable because somewhere between a fourth and a third of marriages today don't even do that. But to be the ideal spouse, a woman should be able to point to things she does every single day specifically for her husband and say, I did that good for him. No one else should be able to point at anything she does and say, you harmed him there. And she shouldn't quit. It's because she has that unfailing love, that charity that never fails, that's modeled after God's unceasing love for us. This doesn't mean she disobeys God for her husband. God himself is our highest authority and our greatest love, and we must choose him above all others. God's definition of good, what's good for her husband, matters more than even her husband's definition of good. Honey, if you love me, you'd help me sell these drugs from Colombia. But where serving and helping her husband is not in direct conflict with the instructions of God, she'll do it every day. I hope this video is a help to you. If so, hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more comments on the scriptures. Until next time, I hope you stay well and do good for your spouse every day.